Yeah, welcome back to DXB Today. Now, I'm going to let you into a little secret. Usually before the show, it's very calm. You know, everyone's just getting ready for the show, etc. There's not much said. Not the case today. In fact, the debate was raging here on set about a certain topic that we're going to give you a little bit of insight into. Something that has piqued our interest here in studio and recently, the subject of lab-grown diamonds. So before the conversation and the debate, 5 things you didn't know about the not-so-rare gems.
Diamonds have always been a girl's best friend. And now there's a whole new industry thriving of making these precious gems the planet's best friend too. Some diamonds in the market are now grown in laboratories, and they're made from carbon just like Earth-mined diamonds. Here are 5 things you probably didn't know about them. They go by several names: lab-made diamonds, lab-cultivated diamonds, cultured diamonds, lab-created diamonds, and chemical vapor deposition diamonds or CVD. It takes between 6 to 8 weeks to make them. It is virtually impossible for the naked eye to tell the difference between a lab-grown and a mined diamond. Lab-grown diamonds are conflict-free, cruelty-free, ethically sourced, grown in laboratories where employees have a good working condition and pay. There are no risk or conflict of ethics issues or any kind of cruelty when producing lab-grown diamonds. Lab-made diamonds are 20 to 30% more affordable than mined diamonds. So whether you're popping the question, celebrating a milestone, or simply treating yourself, consider choosing a gem that's kind to both your pocket and the planet.
Well, that was the perfect introduction to our next guest, Basma, the founder of Etika Jewels. We're so excited to have you on the show. And of course, you have quite a bit of educating to do today before we start our debate, which kind of started early in the show, as Tom said. So Basma, tell us a little about Etika and what we need to know about lab-grown diamonds.
Thank you, Dina. Thank you for having me today. So yeah, I'm the founder of Etika Jewels. We are a sustainable jewelry brand, homegrown here in the UAE. Etika has been founded in 2011, beginning of 2012, and we are specialized in sustainable diamonds and sustainable gemstones. So we do both. So what we need to know about lab diamond, it's physically and chemically a diamond. So they use the same mechanism that happens down the earth in a laboratory environment to reproduce a diamond. Because a diamond, at the end of the day, is a molecule of carbon that has been crystallized under pressure and heat.
So essentially, it is the exact same thing.
The exact
it was just
same
not
thing.
discovered.
It's not recent. Lab diamonds, they have been trying to reproduce the diamond since the after Second World War, actually, but the diamond was not at the standard of the jewelry yet until recently.
Question.
Tell.
What's the biggest misconception about lab-grown diamonds?
So there are a few. We have been doing a lot of education since we started, but more and more we feel like there is less need because people now know about it. People read about it. People they're accepting it. So there is less work of education in the general public. So misconceptions. So first, is it a real diamond? Mm-hmm. So we explain that physically and chemically, science is it the same thing. It's the same composition, it's the same shine, it's the same hardness, it's the same quality. So it's going to be
and does it last as long?
Exactly, a piece of jewelry that's going to last forever, same as a natural diamond. So that's number one. The second misconception is regarding the value. So there is a huge marketing, let's say, around the diamond industry, well, first that made everyone believe that we need a diamond, which is genius, actually, and also that a diamond holds an increased value. What is important to know, and I really try to educate the customer about it, only a specific kind of diamond will hold the diamond or see it, will hold the value or see it increased, and that's a diamond with very specific characteristic. First, a natural diamond, minimum of 5 carat at least. Flawless,
You mean like a naturally mined diamond?
naturally mined,
Okay.
5 carat or more, flawless, which is extremely rare, or fancy color, natural fancy color. And now we're talking about pieces which price point is a 7-digit price point.
Yeah.
That's a proper diamond that will hold value.
I've got to make time for a lot of opinions here, because
Of
as I
course,
mentioned, there are a
of
few.
course.
Sujata, your thoughts?
I want to know about it being ethical. It's sort of being sold as this ethical diamond, but I believe a lot of fossil fuel is used. And is it really as green as we are being
Yes.
told it is? Because
So as any other industry, the lab diamond has a footprint, of course. The thing is, we have to compare it to the mine diamond, because that's the question it is about. So a lab diamond versus a mine diamond, which one has a bigger environmental impact? If we talk about sustainability as the impact on the environment, right? So, and the data is very clear when it comes to impact on the environment. If we take the water that is needed to make 1 carat mine diamond, you need 120 gallons of water. To make 1 carat of mine diamond, you need 18 gallons of water. Same for the carbon footprint. A 1 carat mine diamond need 57. It represent 57,000 grams carbon emission. 1 carat lab diamond is 0.03 grams.
Wow.
So
wow, that's a difference.
the data speaks by itself. Is it 100% sustainable? No, it has its footprint. However, you see more and more now producers of lab diamonds that try to use only renewable energy. And at Etika Jewels, we offer the option of a diamond that I made 100% from renewable
There's
energy as well.
one other opinion we have to get, because Amy's middle name is actually Diamond. So I'm interested
Look
to
at her.
hear.
Can we just see the hands here?
Look at all the blades.
She's all blinged out.
I love diamonds, okay?
Yeah.
But I've got to be honest, I'm on the fence about lab diamonds. Now, I've got to say, recently, GIA and IGI, who are people that like kind of certify diamonds, have jumped on the lab diamond
Of course.
bandwagon. Do you think that that's improved like people's opinions of lab diamonds, and that they think that they're more legitimate now that, you know, GIA are jumping on board with them?
Absolutely. So when a diamond has the endorsement of these institutions, of course, it gives more credibility to the general public. Actually, GIA has announced that lab diamonds are actually real diamond. They used to call them synthetic diamond a few years ago, and they have changed the terminology and calling them real diamonds. Of course, it is mentioned on the certificate that it is a man-made diamond, and they specify which method was used to create it. And I believe as long as it's disclosed to the general public and people know what they're buying,
Yeah.
there is place for both
They can coexist.
to coexist together.
Definitely. And I know, like before, Tom, you were shaking your head when Basma said something about you can't see the difference. But that was how I used to think as well before, like, oh no, you can definitely see the difference between a lab-grown diamond and a natural diamond. But actually there's simulated diamonds, which there you can see the difference because they're not using the same compounds as what a lab-grown diamond and a natural diamond
Correct.
Because
has.
we know what Tom is thinking. He's thinking, where were you when I proposed? A fraction of a
You
price.
know what Tom's thinking. As a
can always
husband
upgrade.
and a father of 2 daughters, I'm just looking at one thing. Forget your carrots, it's the price tag.
Well, Basma, definitely I'm going to have to pick your brains later, you know, if I'm just like happening to be shopping for a 5-carat diamond. But it's now time for the roundup. So, Dina, what do you have for us today?
as usual, quite a bit. So Dubai makes its cut as a global hub for lab-grown diamonds as trade hits $1.5 billion, proving that UAE buyers do indeed like their diamonds, whatever their size, their sparkle or carat. And by the looks of it, they like diamonds, whether they come from nature or out of a lab. So guys, what are we thinking here? Because I'm all for the lab-grown diamonds. I've never been into expensive bags, heels, anything. I don't have expensive taste in jewelry, and I would much prefer something that's affordable and more socially conscious. I know you're looking at me and you're like, what are you talking about?
I think for me, like you said, I'm still on the fence. I still want to know more. I think the prices of lab-grown did go down again. I'm not sure. I'm sticking to the natural for now. Sorry.
You are?
I'm ready to go pawn whatever I have
I don't need to ask you which side of the argument you're on at the moment.
and show up at Etika Jewels.
Do you know what? I can be on board. Now that like these GIA, etc. are on board, I think it legitimizes it a little bit more than thinking, oh, it's like a lab diamond. So yeah, I could be on board with it.
Yeah. Basma, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Thank you for fueling the debate even further, and all the best with the new venture. Right, we could talk about that for a lot longer, but plenty to come. Let's have a look and see what's coming up later on in the show.
We have got an exclusive interview with Juggy D. Juggy D is an Indian English singer from London.
Plus, my good friend and Dubai-based content creator, you'll know her as Irene Styles, joins us next in studio sharing her tips on conscious fashion. Stay tuned.